The New York Jets were listed as the team most likely to end their playoff drought. Let's talk about it. What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today we are doing a video on the New York Jets being put as the most likely team to end their playoff drought. Before we get started, Matt O'Leary NY on social media. And don't forget about the Talkin' Jets panel every Tuesday. We have the Talkin' Jets show every week. Love it. New videos, new clips, and also be on the lookout for the group buy. Over 50 of us are going to be going to a Jets game this upcoming year. If you want to get in on the action, talkinjets.com. So Adam Shine wrote an article for NFL.com where he listed the teams that are most likely to end their playoff drought. And the team with the longest playoff drought in the NFL and all of the four major sports, our New York Football Jets, are number one on his list to end their playoff drought. Hallelujah. Absolutely. This is not news to anyone who is a fan of this football team. The expectation in 2023 is to make the playoffs. You do not trade for Aaron Rodgers and bring Aaron Rodgers in to take another baby step forward. You were 7-10 last year, started 7-4, 5-2, whatever point you want to put on this season or last season. Whatever benchmark you want to use, you finished the season 7-10. You took a step forward. Unfortunate collapse down the stretch. You lost 6 straight games, which was just abysmal. But now in 2023, the expectation is at an absolute minimum, make the playoffs. That's probably, for myself, that is not enough. If the Jets are going 9-8 and as the 7th seed in the AFC and then get bounced in the wild card game, that's not enough. Yeah, good. Okay, they ended their 12-year playoff streak. I'm not saying the Jets got to be 14-3, and if they don't win the Super Bowl, it's a catastrophe. It's the worst thing ever, and you can't enjoy the season. You can, but I think that the Jets have to be an 11 or 12-win team, somewhere around that, and I have to win a playoff game this year. If they're losing in a wild card round game, not going to be as exciting. They are a legitimate division, AFC East division, not a favorite, but they are in the conversation to win their division. I personally don't know if I will be predicting them to win the division. I think they're probably going to be a 5 seed, which the Jets, let's be honest, they are used to being a wild card team. They haven't been a division winner since 2002, 21 years ago. But this is a team that absolutely at a floor has to make a playoffs. I would be very, very surprised if this team doesn't make the playoffs, and you very rarely see someone outside of just making a prediction to rile people up who doesn't have this team in the playoffs. Again, they almost did it last year with the worst quarterback room in the NFL. They have a great defense. Now you are adding Aaron Rodgers to the mix with a young core on offense of Garrett Wilson. You have Breece Hall. You have some veterans mixed in at the wide receiver room like Randall Cobb and Allen Lazard and Corey Davis. Veteran tight end room. The expectation is to make the playoffs, and they have a legitimate chance to do damage in the playoffs. Some people would predict them to win a Super Bowl this year, and it's not a crazy pick because of, one, the defense that they have, and two, adding Aaron Rodgers to the mix is a huge X factor. What version of Aaron Rodgers are you getting? I think even if he is his, quote, bad self from last year, the Jets have enough to be a playoff team. If he is the MVP version of himself that you saw just 2 years ago, then they are absolutely a Super Bowl contender. And if he falls somewhere in between, which I think is probably most likely, the Jets are pushing for a division title and could make noise in the playoffs, which is kind of where I think they end up. So not surprised at all to see them as number one. The Detroit Lions also make the list. That is something that, tends to make a lot of sense there. But I think the Jets absolutely have to be number one. Sound off below. I am Matt O'Leary. Thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe here if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time.